Hello there. This is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have a report news update for the Ahsoka show into the regards of its release date. That there being said, let's go ahead and hop right on into it, into the regards of the actual release date for the Ahsoka show. For what we know right now, just based off of the official trailer for the show, is that it said that it's going to be coming out in August of this year. That's all we know. We don't know any specific, actual release day, like if it's coming out on the 1st, at the beginning of the month, or at the very end of the month, until now. Recently, according to a news source officially coming from Disney themselves, Disney Movie Insider, Disney had actually posted the release date for the Ahsoka show and then shortly took it down after. And that release date for the Ahsoka show, or rather its premiere day for its first episode, was August 31st, the very end of the month. Very similar to kind of what we saw for the Andor show, as that there was a lot of hype building up towards that overall first season, and that they were saying that it was going to be coming out in August, and that it wasn't actually coming out until the very end of August that we had later learned. And then from there it was actually pushed back until September later, of course. I will also want to mention that what's interesting about August 31st is that that isn't a Wednesday or a Friday. That's actually just a random Thursday. So there is also that little potential possibility that they went ahead, they posted this on accident, and then of course, as I had mentioned, shortly took it down after anyway. Into the regards of the rest of this overall report, we're going to go ahead and take a read from Collider.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out down there as well. As they read, be prepared to return to a galaxy far, far away when Ahsoka arrives on Disney Plus later this summer. Rosario Dawson will come back to the role she has played in different projects set into the franchise, specifically with the Mando verse, in a new adventure that will continue the story of a fan-favorite animated show. The first trailer for the project was released during last month's Star Wars Celebration, giving audiences their first look at the highly anticipated show, of course. Ahsoka was first introduced during the Clone Wars animated show, where she was placed by Anakin Skywalker's side as his brand new Padawan. And so, over the course of the years, the young apprentice became a mature, powerful hero, staying away from the ideals of the Jedi due to the corruption that led to their downfall. Thankfully, her skills were enough to keep her safe from the Jedi Purge, Order 66, allowing her to hide from the Stormtroopers and Darth Vader long enough to survive the Battle of Yavin through the original trilogy. When Disney Plus allowed Lucasfilm to produce Star Wars television shows, especially within the live-action spectrum of things, it was time for the character to make a comeback, and a jump at that from animation into live-action, and especially with her own show now. Rosario Dawson first played the role during the second season of The Mandalorian, where she crossed paths with Din Djarin, while he was looking for a Jedi to train his baby, Grogu of course. Using her powers, she read the baby's mind to scan his memories, where she had realized that his name was actually Grogu. The encounter would mark the beginning of a new friendship between the Mandalorian warrior and the former Jedi, establishing that they could always count on each other when in danger, and since that they both have met Luke Skywalker at some point in that timeline as well, in the past, it looks to be that some type of heroic team could be assembled if a major threat was planning to take over the galaxy, which is something that we've heard a lot about into the regards of Dave Filoni's Mandoverse movie that's said to bring back, of course, the Chiss leader, Grand Admiral Thrawn, who's also expected to make his first actual appearance in live action and just overall come back to the Star Wars franchise in the Ahsoka show. Ahsoka's show will serve as another purpose as well, besides expanding the timeline of the overall Mandalorian and the Mandoverse, as it will continue the lingering plot lines from Star Wars Rebels as well. Ezra Bridger from the Star Wars Rebels animated show has been missing ever since his climatic battle against Thrawn, when they had both disappeared into lightspeed, into the collapsing ship. Ever since then, Ahsoka has been looking for the resurfacing villain to find information about Ezra's potential location, and his comeback as well is another thing that's heavily into the regards of the overall plot and narrative of what the Ahsoka show exactly is. It will also be up to the former Jedi and her friends from the rest of Star Wars Rebels to stop the Empire from coming back as the Imperial remnant begins to rise once again and attempts to take over the galaxy once again. This here all being said, from what we're gathering here from these new updates here into the regards of the Ahsoka show and its release date, is that Disney, of course, as I had mentioned earlier on in this video, at the beginning of this video, is that they did put out an official release date, or of course there is a possibility and chance that it was probably a mistake, seeing that it's just a random Thursday. They are seemingly to mix up some of the release dates for some of their future Disney Plus projects and shows, as we recently saw with the Marvel Studios shows. If you're a Marvel fan, I'll have my Marvel Marvel channel linked in the description down below for you guys to check out down there as well. But other Disney Plus shows that fall underneath Marvel Studios, that there being Loki Season 2 and the Hawkeye spinoff Echo show, have kind of switched up some of their releases. For Loki, that's actually going to be releasing on Fridays instead of Wednesdays. And for the Echo show, that's all going to be releasing all of its episodes, all 6 of its episodes, all at once. So simply do take this as a simple rumor. There's nothing officially confirmed by Disney themselves quite yet, but seeing that there was something put out seemingly accidentally, it kind of points towards that direction, that they're kind of, preparing and ramping up to maybe put something out officially here very, very shortly, or very soon here rather, especially seeing that the Disney Plus show for Ahsoka will be coming out by the end of the summer in August. Especially as we're beginning to approach the month of June here. From there, you're about a month or so, 2 months or so here away from when the Ahsoka show will be coming out. And normally what we have seen with every other Disney Plus project for Star Wars on Disney Plus is that they begin their promoting and marketing and ramping up everything like that about a month before the show's release. I will have to say though, however, that it's a little weird and a little strange. It's different that they went ahead and they actually released the Ahsoka's trailer so much more like farther ahead actually compared to when we're actually going to be getting the show like a couple of months down the road, because with every other Star Wars Disney Plus show like the Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the previous Mandalorian seasons, is that those trailers have always released about a month before the actual show's release. So that there being said, that they're definitely going to do a lot with setting up for the overall Ahsoka show. They want you to watch it. They're doing a lot of promoting, a lot of marketing for it, as it seems as so. They definitely are giving themselves a lot of space to actually go ahead and get all of that kind of stuff set up and really get it going there. Also with that slight fact in there that I think that Disney overall was very up in the airs with the 2 major franchises, Marvel and Star Wars. They learned from Ms. Marvel and Obi-Wan Kenobi last year that they just don't want these major franchises and their shows overlapping as they did with Ms. Marvel and Obi-Wan Kenobi's. They don't want anybody to be like overshadowed or anything like that. So they're definitely trying to avoid that. And as I had also just mentioned, with the releases of the Marvel Studio shows, Loki Season 2 and Echo, they kind of set those ones up so that they'll be out of the way from the Ahsoka show. That there being said, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about Ahsoka so far and its overall release date? Do you guys think that we will be seeing it by the very end of the month, on August 31st on a random Thursday, or do you think that they're going to be keeping to their Wednesday releases and their Friday releases? I'll have another video discussing this in more detail and in more depth into the regards of what we could potentially see for Ahsoka and its releases, seeing that the other Marvel Studios shows are switching up their releases, with Loki Season 2 releasing on Fridays and having the Echo show releasing all of its episodes on one day. What could that mean for the future of the Star Wars Disney Plus shows? It's all the more reason to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified from when we have new videos coming out here on the channel. Of course, we're talking about and covering everything here into the regards of Star Wars news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Have a great one, guys. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.